Okay, so a positive contribution. This is the new short film from Nuri Moseinco. Right? He directed it. It was written by Heather L. McQuaid. They both produced the film. Music was handled by Giovanni Zoff. Ollie Brotherhood was down with the cinematography. Peter Davis and Nuri Mozinko, they both edited the film. Alex Jones Nash was on art direction. Hair and makeup, we have Rebecca Thomas Punter. And our stars, right? The film stars Charlotte Jackson Coleman as Dr. Charlotte Wilder Smythe. Right? Eve Carson is Lucy Happersborough. And Rada Adlington is Don Brayford. A kind of an assistant, it seems, to Dr. Wilder Smythe. And then there is Rose, played by Luana Zanovello Dantas, who I can't remember seeing in it. But, yeah. Anyway, right, so the film is in the near future. Criminals are given a choice: go to prison or get their memories wiped and replaced with fictional ones so they can make a positive contribution to society. Charlotte, a doctor at the Memory Replacement Institute, begins to question her own reality when a patient claiming to be her wife begs her to save their daughter. Right? Now, we do have a director's statement from Nuri. It reads, "I've always been drawn to films that can tell compelling stories in limited settings with few characters. So when Heather approached me with her script based on a short story by Bree Mitchell, it immediately captivated me. The idea of exploring the inner lives of characters in such an intimate way, but at the same time building a whole dystopian world around it within the confines of a single location was an exciting challenge. A challenge in making APC was building this dystopian world in the single space we had, but it also allowed us to keep psychology of the characters at the center of this film. Dystopian films are able to delve into the human psyche in moments of heightened reality, which was certainly the case for Heather's brilliant script. This naturally led us to maintain quite a subtle tone to the film, as we wanted Charlotte's emotional turmoil to be the focal point of the film, while also letting the oppressive nature of this world permeate. Sorry, people. At its core, a positive contribution asks whether it's better to face a painful truth or to live a comfortable lie. It's a question which we don't have an answer to, as we choose to leave this question open for the audience to draw their own conclusions. So yeah, there we have it. And yes, because this film is essentially set in Dr. Wilder Smythe's office, right? That's where everything is taking place. You know, I think like we've got at the start, right? Someone, because we just see kind of white gloves, like meticulously setting things out, right? Straightening a picture, you know, putting things on a desk, Turns out this is Dr. Charlotte Walster Smythe. The poster it's got the something making the world better with a positive contribution, something like that it says. But it is in the vein of those I think those Russian communist propaganda posters, right? It's kind of like those. So yeah, I think they're trying to set that kind of oppressive vibe. That's a way of doing it. Now, Don is an odd one because he has this, I'd say, like, maniacal approach to him. Right? There is a sense of sadism. Sadism. Yeah, fuck it. That's the word. Right. He's got this weird grin on his face, which does seem kind of weird. But yeah, I guess if you're kind of in this world, right, and you know what the parameters are and what you can get away with, because he doesn't shirk from restraining these people, right? He's very happy to do that. So it's kind of maniacal. So we have that, and then the doctor, right, just seems very prim. Very put together, all about the details, until she talks to this one patient, right? Yeah, until she speaks to Lucy. And then things start to get rattled. Now, I think Lucy was played very well. I think Eve Carson does a really good job with Lucy. I think there is a comment Don makes, which you do then feel Lucy probably should have been dirtier, But, the eyes do make it look like she's been, up and just stressed and just, all the worries. But it's that interaction that leads to everything else, really. I did think it is definitely an interesting one. I think the biggest thing about the film is the question itself, right? It's the question itself. Because this is just under 12 minutes. So it's not long, right? It's not long. And I don't know if you fully get enough time to explore like this transformative moment, but it does make you wonder about things, right? Like, how ethical is it to remove memories? And do memories really cause crime? Because there are people that have, because what I mean, like, it's removing, supposedly bad memories, right, that they feel could be the things that lead you to commit these crimes. But we know that people who have very good childhoods, right, that don't have to worry about anything, they still commit crime, right? So it's like, what actually is the thing? You know what I mean? Because I don't think it is memories. So what happens when you take away the memories? right? You're definitely changing someone's psyche. You know what I mean? So that's the real interesting thing about this. It's the question. It's the question. So I think when people leave the screening, these are the things they're going to be asking themselves. Be like, yo, what do you think? Would you do it? You know what I mean? Would you go to jail? Would you get your memory wiped? Right? These are the things that people going to be throwing at each other. You know, it is kind of reminiscent to, I think there was a Black Mirror episode, White Rabbit, I think it was. And they'd wipe memories. And you could block people out of your sphere of influence, which was such a fucking creepy episode, man. And then there was the other one with the chips in the head where you could rewind two memories and stuff, right? It was, yeah, not the same, but you know, similar vibes. But definitely an interesting one, man. And it will be playing on the 14th of September at the Rich Mix, right? But that's not the only place you're about to watch it, because from the 14th to the 22nd, you can watch it online. So, look, all the links will be on the website, you know what I mean, for Sci-Fi London and for the film. So, yeah, go check it out. A positive contribution.